my name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program, and thank you for joining us today for another week of Vital Fitness. We'll get seated in our chair, make sure it's a chair with no wheels underneath, and we'll take a few deep breaths in and out to start off today. So, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more, inhale and exhale. Okay, thank you for joining me for this All Abilities exercise class that we do every Tuesday. We'll warm up here and we'll warm up with our head first. So let's go ahead and look up to the ceiling. Look straight ahead and down to the floor. Throughout the whole time today, make sure that you are not holding your breath. So try and keep on breathing, practicing that deep breathing that we were just doing to start off today. I usually inhale when I look down, exhale when I look straight ahead, and then inhale again. But feel free to do whichever ones work for you, whatever order you do it in. Okay, we're gonna do one more after this one. So up to the ceiling and down to the floor. And let's look side to side this time. Just your head and your neck moving. We're gonna slowly warm up all different parts of our body here today. And as always, because it's an all abilities class, feel free to adjust the movements as necessary to a comfortable range of motion, comfortable speed that works for you, that challenges you too, and you know your body best and what works for it. Okay, one more on each side. So okay, our neck's a little bit warmed up now. Let's move down to our shoulders, our arms, and let's do some shoulder rolls here. So roll our shoulders forward, making small circles with our shoulders. Taking deep breaths in and out as we do this. Feel free to ease into the movement, maybe starting off with small circles first and then gradually making them bigger. And let's roll it backwards this time. And take deep breaths in and out. Make sure that you also have a bottle of water. I know I have one here right by my side. Want one nearby you so that you stay hydrated throughout the whole time that we have today. Okay, relax those shoulders, moving down to the rest of our arms. We are going to have it at about chest height and then back down. So I am simply raising my arms and then raising them, or not raising, but putting them back down. So raising them up, bringing them back down. And I kind of just have it at about chest level here. And we're simply just warming up. Feel free to do this with weights in your hands if you'd like more of a challenge and you feel ready to do that. But feel free to just practice as well with no weights in your hands yet. So take deep breaths in and out. Okay, if you can, go ahead and raise your arms a little bit higher up. Maybe at like a 45-degree angle. So not quite straight up to the sky, but just angled up, a little incline, I guess, in a way. And of course, feel free to change up the speed as well, whatever whatever works for you. When we do any of these exercises, the goal is not to look like me and how I'm doing it. The goal is I'm simply a guide for your movement. So no need to really push yourself too hard because this is an all abilities exercise class. Okay, go ahead and raise your arms all the way up, your fingers pointing to the ceiling, and then back down if you can. If you can't go this high up, that's okay. Just keep on working at the height that you are comfortable with and that your range of motion can manage. I'm sure your shoulders are probably starting to get tired. Taking deep breaths in and out. Okay, let's do 2 more here. And 2. And shake that off. Take a drink of water. You're going to keep on moving on. Okay, this time let's go ahead and have one arm out to the side, just straight out to the side, and then have it come across our body. Notice how I'm not turning with my arm, so I'm starting here to the side, and I'm not twisting my upper body like this to get my hand to the other side, but I'm facing my body kind of straight in front of me. Do that with the other side. So hand to the side, have it come across like you're swiping something in front of you. And remember to have your upper body face the front the whole entire time as you do this. Taking deep breaths in and out. So try not to turn your shoulders. Try and keep them facing front the whole entire time. Okay, let's do 1 more on each side here. And relax. Okay, moving to our hands this time. I'll come a little bit closer for you to see. Stretch out your fingers out wide and then curl into a gentle fist. Go ahead and keep on doing that. And take deep breaths in and out. Feel free to take your time with this one as well. Really stretch them out, your fingers, curl into a gentle fist. Okay, leave your fingers outstretched. This time we're going to have the palms to the floor and then palms to the ceiling. And keep on rotating those wrists. You can keep your fingers outstretched or relax them, that's up to you. The focus is on our wrist rotation as we do this. And we'll do a few more times here. Okay, now have your hands up in front of you again and touch each finger with your thumb. So, just going through all of our fingers here, having them meet the thumb. Feel free to change up the order or the speed in which you do this. Have a bit of a brain exercise. And these small movements here with our hands, they're important to do because we use our hands for a lot of different things. You want to make sure we're still able to do kind of these fine motor movements here. And shake that off. Take deep breaths in and out again. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and out. Take a drink of water if you haven't yet. Okay, and we are going to move on to warming up our legs for a bit here. So seated on your chair, we are going to simply sit straight up, make sure that back is straight, and we're going to warm up our ankles a bit. So to warm those up, we are going to go up on our toes, raising those heels, and then raising the toes up. So switching back and forth, raising the heels, and then raising the toes. And raise them. Again, feel free to ease into this movement. Feel that stretch with your ankles. And as we go on, you'll probably notice you can stretch a little bit more, especially if you're breathing in and out. And go ahead and do that to a comfortable range of motion. Okay, last one. And relax. Okay, our ankles are a little bit warmed up now. Let's take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, this time we are going to move a little bit higher up to our thighs. This time we're going to do some seated marching. So seated marching, simply lift one foot off of the ground, just a couple feet off. Feel free to warm up for now. If you'd like to keep on testing your range of motion, feel free to raise that knee a little bit higher up each time. And so go ahead and take it slow for now. Take it slow. We'll speed it up in a little bit, but take it slow for now. Keep that posture upright. Raise both legs and take deep breaths in and out. Okay, let's go a little bit faster. So, picking up the pace, raising those knees a little bit faster each time. Okay, and if you can go at your fastest pace that you can manage, go ahead and do that. It probably means you're not raising your knees as high, and that's okay. That's because you're going faster. So go ahead and do that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slow down again. Slow down that movement. Take deep breaths in and out. And if you're starting to get tired, feel free to rest as well. We're going to be done here in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Take another deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more time and out. Drink some water if you need to. We are going to do our sit to stand exercise now. So sit towards the edge of your chair here and make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Your posture is upright the whole entire time. Try and keep it straight up and keep your chin up as you do this exercise. So, for those of you who already know what to do, go ahead and follow along with me. Feel free to just watch for now if you haven't seen the sit to stand exercise that we do. But this one's a good exercise to do even when you're not having an exercise kind of time here. You can do it throughout the day, really, whenever you get off of a chair. So sit straight up in your chair, take a deep breath in, and take a deep breath out. The first part to our sit to stand is simply leaning forward, no lifting yet. Inhale and exhale. Try that again. Inhale exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Exhale. So that's the first motion to our sit to stand. The second motion to our sit to stand is lifting a little bit off the chair and settling ourselves back down without plopping down on the chair. So there's multiple variations in how to do this. I'm going to show one where we use another chair. So I have another chair here in front of me. I'm going to use it for support to help me get off of my chair. So because the sit to stand movement builds up off of each other, we're going to start with our first movement again. So first movement, just leaning over, no lifting yet. Inhale, exhale. Now lift a little, inhale, and exhale. Okay, if you don't need the chair in front of you, go ahead and set that aside. You can do it with your arm swings as well. So I'll show what that looks like. So starting with the first motion, no lifting, and then lifting a little. Let's take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Make sure we're looking up, posture is upright the whole time. And let's do our first motion. Inhale, exhale, lift a little, inhale, and exhale. So if you watched me carefully, my hands, my arms, I used it for momentum to get myself off of the chair. Another way to also increase that momentum is to use your legs for momentum. So we'll try that now this time. Take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. Arms resting at your sides, chin up. And no lifting first. Inhale. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so those are 3 different variations here. Feel free to use the one that works best for you. I'm going to do the one where I'm not using all of that momentum and I'm keeping my feet flat on the floor. And then I'll do one more with the chair. So let's take a deep breath in again. And down. Okay, we're doing motion 1 and 2. No lifting, and then lifting a little. So, first one. Inhale. Exhale. Lift a little. Inhale. And exhale. And one last time here, for those of you who are using a chair, I'm going to have that in front of me just to show again. Okay, first movement, just leaning over, no lifting yet. So inhale, exhale. Now lift a little, inhale, and exhale. Okay, I think that's the most challenging part because you're trying not to plop down in your chair. So the very last part to this is standing up because it's a sit to stand. Feel free to use whatever, if you need a chair in front of you, feel free to have that in front of you and use whatever movements will help you get up for that extra momentum. So we'll do all 3 and then we'll do it 3 times through. So take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Remember that first movement of no lifting, and then second, lifting a little, and then third, standing all the way straight up and stay standing for a second after we do that. Okay, let's do our first movement. No lifting yet. Inhale, exhale. Keep that chin up. Inhale, lift a little. Exhale. Now we're going to stand all the way up. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing. And exhale. Okay, scoot back to your chair. We're going to do that 2 more times here. But before you sit back down, we're going to do a controlled way of sitting back down. So feel that chair behind you, the back of your legs knows where the chair is. You know where you're going to sit down. And we're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale as we gently sit back down. Okay, let's reposition ourselves back to the edge of the chair. Feet flat, posture is upright, and you're looking up the whole entire time. Let's do that again. So first, lifting or no lifting yet. Inhale. Exhale. Lift a little. Inhale. Exhale. Stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Scoot back to the chair again. You know where it is. And we're going to take a deep breath in. Gently sit back down. And last one here. So go ahead, take another deep breath in and out. We're going to do one last of this, and we're going to stay standing. Don't worry, if you want to do all of these exercises sitting down, we have different variations on how to do them. So take another deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Okay, first motion, no lifting. Lift a little. Stand all the way up now. Okay, and stay standing for those who want to continue standing up here. And we are going to work on our ankles again here. So this time, you can do this sitting down or standing up. That is up to you. But stick one foot out. Doesn't matter which one, we're going to work on both of them. And we're going to draw a circle with our toes. So draw as big of a circle as you can. Take deep breaths in and out. This is a bit of a balance exercise as well. Switch directions. If you hear noises from your ankle, but it's not hurting, then that's completely normal. If you feel any pain at all, please stop. Please take a break. We don't want to get injured here, so we want to make sure we're taking care of our body. And we know what's best. We know what is painful and what's just being, muscles getting tired from exercise. Those are two different kinds of pain, I guess, in a way. So you shouldn't be feeling any sharp pain. Switch legs. Again, same thing. Stick one foot out. You can do this sitting down. And draw as big of a circle as you can with your toe. And take deep breaths in and out. Feel free to hold on to that back of the chair for support. Or if you'd like to balance, feel free and do that. I know it helps me to balance by looking at one thing on the wall and just keeping my eye on it. Switch directions. But of course, that's all dependent on how much you want to kind of challenge yourself today. So take deep breaths in and out. And relax. Shake those legs off. Okay, we're going to do some calf raises now. But I'm going to add a little bit of coordination here with my movement in my arms. So you can choose to do this or choose not to, but I'll show what the legs look like first. So standing behind your chair, holding on to the back of your chair, we are going to raise our heels off the ground, going on our tippy toes, and then gently coming back down. So you're going on your tippy toes and gently coming back down. This is what your legs are doing, and you can choose to just do this without your arms moving. But if you would like a challenge for your arms and for coordination, go ahead and grab your weights. So I have 2 pound weights here, or whatever weights you might have. Try not to start heavy right away because we are doing our first exercise with weights here. But what we're going to do, I'll face front first, is I'm simply going to curl my arms and then uncurl. So curling my arms and uncurl. This is all that I'm doing with my arms. And now to add on the legs, we are going to go up and back down. So whenever I curl my arms, I'm also going to go up on my toes. That's why this is a great balance exercise. If this is too much, again, you don't have to do this with weights. I can actually do these without weights, and it's still a good exercise because I'm really trying to balance here. And I'm kind of using that coordination as well in kind of curling my arms and going up on my toes at the same time. And if you are sitting down and doing this, keep on going if you're standing up. Same thing. You can sit closer to the edge of your chair if you're sitting down so that you feel more of the weight of your legs while doing this. But do the same exact thing. Okay, we're gonna do just 5 more of these starting now. So we're gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Take a drink of water. Okay, so we got a bit of leg and arm coordination with that one. Still working on our leg here. Let's go ahead this time. Still standing behind our chair. We are going to step to the side, to center, side, center, side, center, side, center. Feel free to vary the distance in which you travel, so you can step really far out if you would like a bit of a side lunge here. Feel free to do that. And of course, if you need to hold on to the chair, hold on to that for support. If you don't, you can have your hands at your hips. And if you are doing this seated down, I'll show what that looks like. Keep on going if you are standing up, but you are going side and side, side and side. So, a challenge that you can do for this one is to raise your knee as you move to the side, kind of using that hip, opening up that hip, but try to face the front the whole time. So if you see yourself kind of turning your shoulders along, kind of facing the direction of where your leg is going, try not to do that. Try and just really stretch out your hip here by facing forward the whole entire time, and keep on going as you do this. Kind of imagine you're stepping over something. And I'm going to show what a challenge for those standing up will look like. So if you're standing up, go ahead, step to the side, add a squat, a mini squat like you're sitting down, and then come back to center. Side, squat. Just a mini one, unless you would like to go for that full-on squat. And squatting, what it looks like from the side is it's like you're sitting down in a chair and then straightening out. So you're still moving side to side here. Let me face this direction. And feel free to just test the height in which you'd like to challenge yourself today. If you can find yourself getting lower and lower as the weeks go by, then that's great. That means you're really kind of building up that strength here. And we can still build strength no matter what ability we have, what age we might be at. As long as we keep on moving, we gotta keep on using those muscles. So, because the moment we stop, then you just lose a lot of kind of daily physical abilities that we can do. So we don't want that. Let's do one last on each side here. And straighten up, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. One more time, and out. Okay. So, we are going to sit back down here and give a break to our legs. So, before you just sit back down, let's try that controlled way of sitting back down here. So, you know where your chair is, you know that it's right there, and it's touching your legs, so you know where it is, where you're about to sit down. We're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and gently sit ourselves back down. Okay. Okay, give a bit of a break to our legs here. Let's move back up to our upper body. And since we were working a bit on our arms, let's keep on working on it. So grabbing your weights again here. I have 2-pound weights here. Something you can substitute with whatever you have at home is, say, cans of soup or cans of anything else that you might have in your kitchen. Other things that are about the same weight, maybe even books, anything of that sort. And we are going to rest our arms at our sides here. And we're going to warm up with this a little bit with our shoulders. So take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. So we are going to shrug our shoulders up and down. And make sure that when we move, we're moving the same pace as we go up and as we come back down. We're not just simply letting the weight, kind of the weight just like drop. We want to make sure we're protecting ourselves here by knowing how our muscles are moving the whole entire time. So don't shock your muscles into doing things like that. We want to make sure we keep the same speed so that we don't injure ourselves here. And take deep breaths in and out. Okay, go ahead and rest. Let go of those weights if you need that extra shake. Take a deep breath in and out and still grabbing onto our weights here. Let's go ahead this time. We are going to do the same thing as we were doing before, but we are going to curl our hands up. So I started here at the sides. Move a bit to the side here. Started at the sides, and then I'm curling them up. And then after I do this, I'm going to stretch my arms up to the ceiling and then reverse that motion. Bring them back here and bring them back down. So we start at our sides, them up, raise them above our head if we can, bring them back down, and set it down. You can do this without any weights in your hands. I know that this exercise can be enough just without the weights, and so do what you can. Again, it's an all abilities exercise class, so that's the beauty of it, where you can adjust as much as possible. Okay, if you find yourself, when you're up here, you find yourself kind of really, you're losing your neck, that might mean you're starting to get tired. Try and bring your shoulders down. Don't want to lose your neck when you raise your arms. I know we eventually are going to be able to do this. The longer we keep at it, the longer we exercise and that we're consistent. It often has to do with consistency when we do exercises like these. We'll be able to get there. We're going to do one more after this one. And then we're going to take a break. So one more. And relax. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. Deep breath out. Exhale. Deep breath in. Inhale. Deep breath out. Exhale. Make sure you're drinking that water. So you want to drink water even if you're not thirsty. Want to make sure we stay hydrated the whole entire time. If we're already thirsty, we're already dehydrated, so we don't want that. Okay, we're going to relax our arms. We did a lot with our arms. Let's actually stretch it out a bit. So let's stretch it out to the sides. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Stretch a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and stretch as you take a deep breath out. When I mean stretch a bit more, what that looks like is my arms, they're starting at my sides here. And then when I inhale, exhale, release, I'm bringing my arms a little bit more to the back. So take a deep breath in, deep breath out, really opening up that chest, feeling your back kind of clench as you bring your hands farther back. And let's add a gentle turn to the left, gentle turn to the right. Our hands are still up. They're still stretching to the sides if you can. Watch out for anything. Try not to knock things over. And we are going to relax our arms and take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, let's keep on moving and turning our body side to side here. So we are going to face the left or the right, whichever side you want to start with first. And we're going to move our whole upper body, kind of twisting side to side here, just turning gently as we do this. Feel free to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we're slowly turning. If you can turn a little bit more, go ahead and look all the way back behind you. Come back to center. Look back behind you. Come back to center. So this is a movement that is useful for a lot of different things. For being aware of our surroundings, say looking around, maybe we're at a park or just looking around at home, or even driving a car, looking at like that blind spot when we're about to change a lane. That's a useful one to do, and we kind of lose these small movements if we don't exercise and practice them and stretch them out like this. So you want to make sure you're still moving those. This one's another good exercise to do, even if, say, you're just sitting down on your couch, maybe you're on a commercial break for whatever show you're watching. It's a simple, easy movement to do. You can just fit it in somewhere. And a lot of these exercises actually are like that. So feel free to take bits and pieces of it, include it into your daily routine. It's important to keep on moving. So one more here. And relax. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move back down to our legs here. We are going to, this time, extend one leg out, and we're just going to work on one leg at a time here. So leave that leg outstretched, and then gently bring it down. Do that again, same leg, where you're working on the same leg. Up, and then down. Up, and down. If you can only raise it to a certain height, go ahead, do that. Again, my movement here is simply a guide, a skeleton, I guess you could say, and it's up to you to add in all the fillings, kind of everything else. It's quite a, that's a funny comparison, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just simply moving as a guide. You don't have to look like me, bottom line. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's do one more on this leg. And switch to the other leg. So it's the other leg this time, just that leg doing the movement. Take deep breaths in and out as you do this. Keeping the rest of your body really relaxed. Just your leg moving. And bring it back down. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Let's raise both legs at the same time now. And we are going to do our flutter kicks. So you can choose to point your toes or flex them. That's up to you. I think I'll keep them flexed here. And when you flex them, I know I feel these muscles, my calves, working hard. When I point them, I feel the other side of my muscle working hard. So feel free to do that. And if you can only do it down here, that's okay. Keep on going. Take deep breaths in and out as you do this. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Hold it in the air. Hold it for a few more seconds. Just a little bit more. Keep on pushing. And gently back down. Oof. Take a deep breath in and out. Drink some water. And we're going to do one last sit to stand here. Okay. If you are getting tired, that's okay. Just do what you can. Stay seated on your chair. That's up to you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I'm going to do that sit to stand exercise. Okay, go ahead and choose whichever variation works best for you. I'll show what it looks like regularly, kind of. And sit in your chair towards the edge of your chair so that you have room underneath your legs, feet flat on the floor, posture is upright, my back is straight, my spine is straight the whole time when I do this. I'm not, hunching over and looking down at the floor, looking straight up. And go ahead, no lifting. Inhale, exhale, lift a little, inhale, gently back down, exhale, stand all the way up, inhale, and exhale. Okay. So, standing behind our chair again here, let's do some stretches. We are going to stand about an arm's length away from our chair. And what we're going to do, we are going to place one foot in front of the other. So it doesn't matter which one, just choose a foot. We're going to keep it in front. And this is what the standing exercise looks like first. But we are going to bend into that front leg. So we're shifting our weight forward. We're keeping that back leg straight. Try and keep that back leg straight. Your feet flat on the ground. That's the important part here. This is the difference. But we keep our feet flat on the ground the whole entire time as we stretch here. And you should feel that stretch, especially in your calf. Let's switch feet and do that again. So again, you're a little bit away from the chair. Put one foot in front of the other. And then we're going to shift our weight to that front foot. Keep our back leg outstretched in the back. Feet flat the whole entire time. So let's hold that pose for a bit. And come back. Switch legs again. Have the other foot in front. And go ahead and bring your weight forward. I'm going to show what it looks like sitting down to get that same stretch. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend one leg in front of us. Don't lock out that knee though. Keep that knee soft. And we're going to flex the foot. So instead of keeping the foot flat like this, flat on the floor, we're going to bring it up, flex that foot as much as we can. The more we do it, the more we feel that stretch. And then we're going to shift our weight forward. And that's where we feel that change. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and release. Other side. If you haven't switched yet, if you're standing up, go ahead and switch. Extend one leg in front of you. Flex that foot if you're sitting down. If you're standing up, make sure the feet are flat. And shift our weight. So, try not to hunch over either. Try and keep that back straight. And the more you stretch in front of you, the more you feel that stretch. The more you flex as well, the more you feel that stretch. Okay, let's try that one more time here. If you're standing up, switch feet again. I'll join you in a second. Okay, have your leg outstretched in front of you, foot flexed, and bring that weight forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And I'll join the folks who are standing up now. So bring one leg in front of you. Go ahead and bring that weight. Keep that back leg outstretched. And if you're sitting down, of course, switch to the other side. But take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And relax. Okay. So shake those legs off. They were working hard, being outstretched like that. Drink water if you need to. And take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Okay, we're going to work on our balance for a little bit here. This is an exercise that we do in our Tai Chi Chuan class, our Moving for Better Balance class. And you can do this with a chair assist, helping you in front, or you can do it without a chair in front of you. I'm going to do it without a chair in front of me, just so you see what my movements are. But make sure your knees, they're slightly bent. They're soft, they're not locked in place. Knees slightly bent. And take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And we're going to start with just shifting our weight to one side, shift back to the middle, and shift to the other side. So you want to keep your feet flat on the floor as you do this. This is a good balance exercise to test kind of how far to the side can you move. And with keeping your feet flat on the floor, both feet flat on the floor the whole time. So this one's a good one to tell. A good one to test your ankles with, these ankle sways. These small movements, they might not seem like much, but it also teaches you your body awareness, kind of when is that point where you're suddenly unstable. It's kind of like a point that you don't want to get to, and that's a good one to know when you do any normal everyday activities, so that you train your body to know kind of what that point of imbalance is. So it's good to do these small movements. Even though they might seem easy, it's actually really helpful to do. Okay, let's take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. This time we're going to add a bit of coordination here. I'm going to imagine I'm holding on to a ball. My right hand is on top, my left hand is in the bottom here. And because my right hand is on top, make sure your feet, or not your feet, your knees are slightly bent here the whole entire time. You don't want to lock out your knees. My right hand is on top, my left in the bottom. Imagine I have this ball, and then I'm going to shift my weight to the right, come back to the center, switch hands, left hand on top, still with my ball, and I'm going to lean to the left. So, if my right hand is on top, I lean to the right. If my left hand is on top, I lean to the left. So, go ahead and keep on alternating as you do this. Feeling your ankles work hard. They're a strong base of support, and we need to keep them nice and well oiled, still moving as we do these movements. And make sure the knees are soft the whole entire time. Okay, and go ahead and do one more. And have your ball in front of you still, right hand on top. This time we are going to turn a little bit. So make sure again, knees are soft the whole entire time. You're never locking out your knees here. But we are going to turn our body to the side. Not all the way to the side, just a little bit to the side, a little bit diagonal, and then coming back to center. Switch hands, left hand on top, turn to the left, and then back to center. Right hand on top, turn to the right, and back to center. Left hand on top, turn to the left, and back to center. And keep on moving like that. You can shift your weight along with this. So when you turn to the left, most of my weight is on the left foot. And then when I turn to the right, most of my weight is on the right foot. So you can do that as well. To allow yourself to turn a little bit more, go ahead. I have my left hand on top, and I'm going to turn to the left and lift my right heel. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'm lifting my right heel, only my toes in contact with the ground, and that allows me to turn a little bit more. Right hand on top, I'm going to turn to the right, lift my left heel. So a lot of small movements here. It's a little bit harder to see on video than it is in person, but go ahead and practice as much as you can. So left hand on top, turning to the left, lifting my right heel. Right hand on top, turning to the right, lifting my left heel. So doing all this small coordination movement. And we'll do one more here. And release, take a deep breath in. deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. If you are feeling anything in your knees, that might mean you're turning too much. You don't want to turn too much here. And you want to keep your knees soft the whole entire time. So don't push too much with this one because you don't want that pressure on your knees. So shake that off. And we've cooled down a little bit here. Let's go ahead and cool down for the rest of our body here. Let's move up again. And we're going to extend our arms out to the sides again. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And we're going to hug ourselves. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Switch your arms, so my bottom arm is now going to come on top. We're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And release those arms. Okay. Let's go ahead, have one arm out to the side, similar to what we were doing earlier, and have it come across our body, facing front the whole time. We're not turning with it, facing front. And then we're going to kind of grab onto our wrist, or not our wrist, but our forearm, and we're going to pull it a little bit more to the side. So if you feel a stretch right here, that's where you need to be. No need to push or pull even farther than that. But if you would like an extra stretch for your shoulder, try and bring that shoulder as far down as you can while still stretching to the side here. You feel a good stretch right there. Release, arm to the side again, have it come across. Hold on to your forearm and pull. Pull enough where you feel a stretch right here at your tricep. And bring the shoulder down if you can. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Release. Shake that off. Let's move up to our neck this time. I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera for you to see, but feel free to stay standing if you would like. We are going to relax our shoulders. Our shoulders are down the whole time. And then we're going to we're going to stretch over our neck. And if you feel a stretch right here, that's what you want to feel. It's as though we're trying to touch our ear to our shoulder, but we're not doing this with our shoulder to do it. We're keeping our shoulders down. And straighten out, other side. So keeping those shoulders down, but our ear is trying to reach over to the side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. We might be feeling like we can stretch a little bit more the second time around. And that's often how it feels when we stretch. And last one to the side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and relax. Okay, take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Okay, thank you for joining me today. My name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. I am going to show here, looks like I can't, never mind, but I'm going to leave a link here for our May Vital Living News that shows what classes we have coming up besides classes like these that we do every Tuesday. So I know that we have a fall prevention class coming up in the next few weeks here, so feel free to look at that, and also a ton of other things that we have planned for the spring and the summer. So I hope you're all taking care, staying safe, and have a good day. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.